Thank you هبة, thank you محاسن, أفنان, معاذ, سعود, دعاء, أنس, Khalid, thank you. And for others also. Okay, for the people who didn't find a group, we will find a solution, okay? But at the end, yeah, Ahmed, okay? Let people come, let people come. We will solve your problem. Hi, Samara. Uh, the issue, guys, that we need to consider it, you know, as you know, this is summertime, right? And it is actually tight semester, and the material for business 115 a little bit, long, right? So every time we need to actually finalize 2 chapters every time. So we have finished chapter 1 and 3, 5 and 12. Today actually will be 6 and 10. Okay. Next time maybe 9 and something, maybe 9 and 8. Yeah. Then we can finish inshallah a week. Mm, maybe I'm thinking now, I'm not sure, but maybe we will deliver extra class, okay, in order to finish a little bit early. But anyway, let's finish today only the chapters that we have. Okay. So today 2 chapters, a little bit as always, we need to be fast. So sometimes I will skip some of the slides, but as you know, you need to read all things, right? And if you have a question about anything we have actually delivered, or even for something else related to the course, you can ask. So before the start, do you have any question? Don't ask about TMA now. TMA at the end. TMA at the end. Any question regarding the course, or shall actually may I proceed? No question. Thank you. Okay. Um, we will talk here about the planning and the importance of planning to small business. Okay. Let's start about planning. Once we hear these words, planning, you need to do a plan, you need to have a plan. Actually, the planning, guys, means literally having a goal, okay, and know how to achieve the goal. This is the plan, right? Once I say I have a plan for what? For something to achieve, right? So this is the planning, okay? Process of setting objectives, okay? And how to achieve these objectives. This is the plan. Now, they say also the plan is very important. Why? Actually, according to the plan, you are able to know what business actually you want to enter, right? Is it the grocery, for example, or is it the fruits and vegetables, or is it the flowers? What exactly? Also, what about the finances you need? Do you have actually the enough money or not? So if you don't have, how can you handle the finance? A question. Also, the plan can help you to do that. Uh, how can you survive? How what's your product, by the way? How can you produce? Okay, how can you sell? How can you make a profit? A lot actually of question you can cover within the plan. or the planning. So as they say here, planning is the first step. Yes, planning is the first actually step. So there are steps, or let's say there are some actually business functions. Yes, what are these functions? These the functions. Okay. So how planning relates to other managerial functions? We have about 5 managerial functions: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, controlling. So as you can see, the first step is, yes, thank you. The first function is planning, and already we explained the meaning, the definition of planning, right? Planning, as we said before, it's about your way to determine what objectives you want to achieve and how actually to achieve these objectives, right? On time. Then you got these functions and business 101, or sorry, 110, yeah, in actually business 110 they already discussed this definition, but we will go through it, no problem, a little bit. Organizing, it's about, as you know guys, all companies need to have resources, right? Human resources, financial resources, right? Physical resources. So here you need to actually to make a decision about the resources that you need, okay, and actually also about how to organize these resources. Then we have the staffing. Actually, it's about the people. It's about actually selecting the right employees and training them in order to develop them, right? And in order also to keep them motivated, right? And committed to do the job. Leading, it's about actually your ways in order to lead the people you have here in order to achieve the goal, right? Controlling, we need to make sure you are actually achieving the goals already you set. So we will try to evaluate the performance, right? And if there is any problem or any mistake, we need to be ready with the corrective action in order to make sure you are able to correct any mistake and to be on the track again. This is the actually the business function, the 5 business function. But as you see, planning is the first actually function here. Then we can go with others. Um, you can read this, no problem. Why small business neglect? Okay. Another thing, we understand planning is important, right? And we understand it's actually a professional way to achieve the goal, right? But sometimes we understand that people don't do planning. So some people may ask why people actually neglect planning, okay, despite its importance. So these actually some of the reasons regarding that. Day-to-day activities leaves actually, then here means what, the owners leaves actually the owners with little time for planning, because the owners, especially for small business, they are doing most generally most of the jobs, right? So maybe they don't have time to do planning. Maybe this is one of the reasons. If you ask people, they may say, I don't have time for planning. This is not right, by the way, but this is the actually what we have. Or some people actually they are afraid, if they actually may do planning, they find what problems. Yes, for sure. That's why we need to do planning, because we need to make sure we everything actually on track, right? And we don't have problems. So some people don't like planning because planning can actually show if there is mistakes or if there is actually weaknesses. So I don't know. Actually, this is wrong, right? Actually, because of that, because we need planning, right? Not because of that we are afraid, like, or mainly, by the way, I think this reason is general and actually more common. They don't know how to plan. Okay, they don't know how to plan, because planning needs skills. I'm not talking now about how to plan your day, right? I'm talking now about how to plan a business, okay? How actually to have a marketing plan, a financial plan, human resource plan, right? Physical plan, you know, different actually plans you need to have, and these actually require the owner to have some skills. So if you don't have the skills, so what do you think, right? Yes, Anas, thank you. Thank you, Muad. Also, fail of planning or fail to plan is a planning to fail. Yeah. They feel the future changes and cannot be planned, which is not right. Yes, future is changing. Yes, I agree about that. But because actually future is changing, what I need to do, I need to do plan. Because I don't know what will happen, I should have plan A, I should have plan B, and plan C, right? That's why I need plans. Because everything is changing. They say actually we have types of plans. We have strategic planning, okay? We will explain within inshallah coming slides, but we will take fast look here. Strategic planning. Once we talk about strategic planning, we talk about mission, okay? The company mission, remember? And by the way, the vision also. There is a vision, mission, okay? So the mission, it's the way to achieve the vision. So that's why it's long-term direction. Objectives, we will discuss it, don't worry, again. Objectives, okay, to achieve the mission, and the strategies to achieve the objectives, okay. طيب, can I give you example? Yeah, let's do it here, let's do it here, no problem. Let's say what's about actually the mission of the, for example, a small company. They may say, my mission to provide financial security at low cost. This is somebody's mission, maybe, right? To have enough actually money, right? طيب, is there something bigger than the mission? Yes, we have something called vision, okay? This is the big deal goal, okay? Like what the vision? My vision, for example, to be number one in the market, for example, okay? To be number one actually for people who wants to buy furniture, or to people who wants to buy grocery, for example. So this is the vision. For example, the vision of Hyperbanda to be actually that store that every Saudi actually household needs to visit in order to buy the products they need, right? This is their vision, okay, to be that destination, the one destination that you can help a Saudi customer in buying actually most of products they need, right? Okay, thank you, Rahab. The vision for about another example about vision Saudi 2030, right? It's the vision, what Saudi will be in the future, right? Yes, thank you, Rahab. Appreciate. So this is the big deal goal. So after the vision, we have the mission. Example about the mission, have some financial security. Okay. طيب. What about else? Now we need to go actually like downstairs, a little bit down. Objectives. Yes, you are right. So this is the objective now. The objective could be only for the department, okay, marketing department, or for financial department, okay, or for production department, or for, we have also objectives for the whole company, right? For example, to have 20% return on investment, okay, for the company, or 25 or 30% or 5%. It depends on, the strategies. Okay, this is your goal, right? So the strategies is actually how can you achieve this goal, how can you achieve these objectives, the 20% of the 20% return on investment, how can you achieve it? You need to use some strategies, right? Marketing strategies, right? Sales strategies. Yeah, yes, that's it. So this is the strategic planning. It's about actually vision, mission, objectives, and strategies. Now we have something else called the operational planning. Operational planning, it's the planning you do for your daily operations, okay? For your daily actually activities, okay? Including actually, this actually the definition, just read it, okay? For the policies you need to use to make a decision, right? If you need to, because in the daily, activities in the company, the managers and employees need to do what? Daily decisions, right? They do decisions according to what? To some policies, okay? To some policies. Line actually with the strategic, yeah, for sure. At the end, we need to. Also, there is also the methods and the procedures in the company. For example, how the company select the employees. Okay, okay, maybe we first of all job application, then interview, then make sure he's actually has the skills and he has the qualification. You know how okay, methods and procedures. The budgets actually and standards. It's a, you know, budgets. It's a tool, by the way. The budget itself is a tool to actually plan the future. Maybe we will talk about that inshallah in a specific chapter, I believe maybe next week or the week later maybe. Okay. Like the cash budget, the financial budget. Later, inshallah, we will talk about it. It's about how to plan the future in terms of the monetary terms. Okay. I know today we have a lot of definition, but يعني we should finish, okay, guys, because wallahi we don't have a lot of time. So I'm trying to cover all the slides almost, right? So I need to a little bit fast. So if you feel that there is something is not clear, ask. So any question till now, everything is fine. Okay, thank you, Samara. Thank you, Rabab. Already we have explained the strategic planning. We said vision, mission, goals, and objectives, strategies, right? Okay, you can read, no problem. Already we explained. You can read, okay? You can read. يعني they give you example about the strategic planning, okay? Strategic planning can help the company, for example, actually select the business. Already we explained that even before. Which business you need to enter, right? What's your vision? What's your mission, right? What's your strategies, right? Yeah, and such. Already we actually mentioned example also. Yalla, let's complete. Decide whether to start a new business. Remember the yeah, last time once we discussed actually the question: is it to have business from scratch, or actually buy established company, or actually to use the franchise, right? So it depends on the answer. It depends on. This is what we call strategic planning, right? Strategic decision we should actually take. Choosing the product, what product to sell, right? The market, which market to enter, right? The market niche or market niche. As I said before, you can say the both, okay? Or what type of organization, like what? You know, remember partnership, corporation, okay, and such thing. Now we reach something also. Okay. Also now we need to talk about SWOT, and I believe, correct me if I am wrong, I believe also in business 110 you got the SWOT analysis, right? It's not the first time to see these definitions, right, guys? Yes, good. But anyway, don't worry, we will give you example. Ah, you got it in another course in what? LD 170. Okay. Also, I think it's there in business 110. I think that. But yallah, it looks good in this case. SWOT actually, as you know, S actually is about what? S stands for strength. Okay, the internal strength in the company. W, it's actually the internal factor, which stands for weaknesses, right? So this is internal strength and weaknesses. It's actually about internal environment in the company, okay? And O, it actually stands for opportunities, which is external environment, okay? And T for threats, okay? Strength. Every company has a strength, right? Maybe let's example about the strength in the company. Could be the employees professional, for example, maybe the reputation of the company, maybe the financial resources, maybe the delivery services. I don't know, each company has some strength, right? Okay, طيب, can we do it for I will do it with you, okay? Maybe you know better than me. Can we do SWOT analysis actually for extra? Extra? As you like. I thought extra, okay? طيب. Can you tell me the strength actually according to your perception? Strength about extra stores? Yalla, you can write some strength. For me, if you ask me, the strength of extra, you know, the variety extra has. They have many things, right? Well company, okay. Big company, okay. يعني let me, I am a little bit more يعني specific because the word big, well, it's relative يعني I cannot measure, you know, big, small. يعني tell me something specific. Like what I said, has a lot of variety. Yeah, this means it's big. Or you can say doctor has a lot of branches, you know, a branch in Dammam, a lot of branches in Dammam, a lot of branches in Jeddah, a lot of branches in Riyadh, right? Yeah. I repeat what يا فاطمة؟ حرام عليكي. Okay, Fatma. I repeat fast. Okay. Strength now, step by step. Still, we are talking by the way. Okay. Strength. Okay. What is the strength of any company? Okay. Any company has some strength, right? نقاط القوة. Okay. So extra. Now we are talking about extra, and I ask people to tell me actually about the strength of extra. So I said variety. So Ahmad said seasonal promotion, okay? Yeah, the promotion sometimes. طيب, fine, very nice. This is from inside, okay? طيب, what about now warranty? Okay, Asma said the warranty. The warranty is nice. Okay, okay. Customer service. Okay, مؤيد. Fine. So this is actually the strength for extra. طيب, let's now talk another thing, guys. Let's talk about weaknesses. Weaknesses means what? The problems. Weaknesses means the problems. Okay. So yalla, tell me about the problems. Do you think there are some problems with extra? Let's see. Low profit. I don't know if there is low profit. Are you sure, yeah, Ilham? I'm not sure about that. Nobody can get low profits. Generally, yeah. I don't think it's low profit, by the way. I don't think. Weaknesses, they maybe have bad customer service. يعني somebody say it's a strength. Now it's somebody say this is a weakness. Maybe based on your experience, right? Ahmed said delivery shortage, or they are actually, or there are delays, right? By the way, um most of the time I found advertisement on Facebook actually talking about any campaign, any product. Every time I see negative comments about delivery. Every time, guys. So I understand now. Yes, maybe they have a problem actually in delivery. Okay. So yeah, this is maybe weakness. So what should we do, or what should they do actually? They need to make sure actually they can deliver on time, right? Delay is not something is not right. Okay, because if customer has that impression that all the time there are delays and they don't deliver the product on time, maybe somebody may say, even if there are promotion, you might say, I need the product now, I don't need it after 1 month. So even if there is promotion, I will go and buy maybe from Hyperbanda, or I will buy from, for example, another shop, right? Yes, thank you, Fatima. Some products are not available, right? Yes, you're right. Not enough customer service. You know what? Sometimes I remember I went to Extra and I cannot see salesmen. يعني there are many salesmen, but I cannot find them. And once I need somebody to ask, I cannot find. I see many employees. Where are they? Right? Sometimes I ask myself, where are they? Why didn't come to me and ask me what I need? Sometimes really I need a salesman. I look, I didn't find anybody. And sometimes I was looking. Anybody? Nobody. So I feel like, what? What's that? How come? Where are the salesmen? I have seen a lot of people coming inside. Where are they, right? Yeah, it's a problem from my side. Problem, yeah, you know. I don't like the way I need to search for the salesman. The salesman must search for me, but the opposite. What's that? Okay. Opportunities. طيب. Now let's talk about opportunities. Opportunities. It's from what? The environment, right? طيب, who can tell me about something happened in the market these days? Already we are experiencing, you know, we are experiencing what? Corona, right? Corona. Okay, may Allah protect us from Corona. From Corona, you can find opportunities and you can find what? Threats, right? Now, because of Corona, guys, some people actually lose maybe the company cut some of the salaries, right? Because of Corona, right? For example, Extra and many other shops were closed for some days, right? So they lose money, right? So the Corona actually was a threat to them. So they used at that time, they try actually to use the online shopping, right? So as a way to solve the problem. But Corona is actually a problem. Another problem, because many people actually lost their jobs, right? Or their salary was decreased, right? So maybe now not a lot of customers will go and buy maybe TV, right? Or you know, that's complement products, right? طيب, but what about actually the opportunities because of Corona in terms of electronics, the gaming, right? The games, right? Games. People actually, a lot of customers was searching for games, right? Because they know that it's a lockdown, how to spend the time, how should I do, what can I do? So most people think about let's have PlayStation, right? And by the way, if you go to any actually extra shop, you cannot find what? PlayStation. It's actually sold out, right? Even if you want to buy it online, they might say to you it's not available, but maybe will be available after 1 or 2 months. Okay, so you see how. So yeah, you can have opportunities from the market. From Corona, you can have opportunities. Yes, for sure. Okay, you can, for example, develop the online shopping, right? Because now this is the only way you have. So you can maybe improve your actually online services. You can improve, for example, and take advantage. So if you are a company with a good online platform, at Corona time, actually you got a big deal business, right? Because now already you have established business online. Okay, but if you don't have, if you did not have that electronic establishment, and once Corona come, this is a threat to you, because now you only sell the product using what? The offline shop. But now sometimes the shops are closed, right? You understand, guys? Any question about that? Ah, okay, Rahab. Rahab said people now want to buy products before the tax is up, right? So actually, this is environmental. Thank you, Rahab. So this is actually give the companies opportunity, right, to sell more, right? Yes, they will sell more. Yes, it's opportunity, but also it's a threat, because later on, once the actually the price is up, already customer bought all things, right? So the companies at that time need to make what? In order to actually beat the threat, need to make promotion, right? Additional promotion after the tax. Okay? Why? Because you need to encourage customer to come and buy, right? But you are right, I think, Rahaf, because many companies now send message buy before the tax. So and customer go and buy. Okay? But how much you can buy? You cannot buy all things, right? Unless you need to make something, yeah. Okay. So be wise, be wise. If you don't need the things, why to buy? Even if it will be 10% extra. If you don't buy, why to spend 90% of your money on something you don't need? not يعني don't tell me because maybe extra 10% will come. This is not wise. If you need the product, yes, this is something else. This is my actually thinking. But anyway, but companies, you know, companies all the time needs to take money from you guys, please, okay? Companies all the time need, يعني for the companies, they need you to buy every day, okay? Not because they like you, not because they care about you. Companies, they care about only one thing, your money. Take it from me, okay? I am in business, okay? I was working in companies. We care only about your bucket, about your money, money, money. So if we can make you buy every day, we don't have a problem. We don't care. You eat or not, I don't care about that. I care about making profits. So you need to be wise, okay? Don't follow all the promotion. If there is a need, buy. But if there is no need, why to buy? Even if there is promotion. يعني for example, sometimes I have rice, okay? يعني this is my thinking. I have rice maybe for coming 10 days, okay? Rice, for example, I have rice. Then there is a promotion on rice. So if you ask me, Ahmed, I will not buy rice, even if there is a good promotion, because I have rice for coming 10 days. Why I need to give more money for something I will use in the future, you know? But maybe this is me. At the end, you customer decide. يعني, you know better than me if you have يعني, another actually perspective. But I believe because as I told you, you know what? Well, I need to remember. One of the people actually working for Hyper Panda, okay, he told me, you know, we are talking now before Ramadan. I'm talking about actually the time before Ramadan. He told me, you know, Ahmed, the daily sales for these days, daily sales, the normal sales for daily sales before Ramadan. I'm talking before Ramadan. He told me about, I think he told me 200 about a specific branch. I'm talking now about 200,000, okay, riyal. He said to me, Ahmed, these days, okay, at that time, the sales is about 500,000, maybe over 500,000 riyal per day, because just people want to buy. How much you can buy? How much you can buy? And as you can see, guys, all the time the groceries are open, right? I am buying and he's buying a lot of things. They are taking a lot of things, right? And maybe this make what some other people cannot find the product. Just buy what you need because already everything is open. Alhamdulillah, right? Everything you can buy from the grocery shop next to you. By the way, and that grocery shop has more, يعني generally all things, right? Anyway, this is my actually thinking. خلاص, I need to move on. I spent a lot of time here. Oh my god. So already we explained the vision, right? The mission, the objectives. This is very nice actually diagram. Shows you the way actually how we do strategic actually planning. First of all, we have the vision. You see, vision cover all things. So all of these at the end what achieve the vision, right? طيب, after the vision we do mission, right? And from the mission we have also the objectives, right? This is the objectives. So let me say it like that. The objectives, finance objectives, marketing and such, achieve what? The company what? Mission. And the mission at the end achieve what? The company objective, vision, right? Okay. And if I need to go down, what I will put? Strategies, right? And if I need to go down, I put also what? Tactics, but no problem. It's enough here. Examples about how objectives can be set. You can read. Resources. Remember, once we talk about actually the resources, we have actually three kind of resources. We have the human resources. We are talking here about people and how can you choose the people and how can keep them motivated and dedicated and qualified. Okay. Also, we are talking about financial resources, the money. Okay. How much money you need to open your business. Okay. Do you have the money? If you don't have the money, how can you have the money? And such a question you can read. Okay. Then we have the physical resources. Physical resources, we are talking about the building of the company, right? We are talking about the furniture, the computers, the equipment, the machines, you know. This is the physical resources. So what we need actually, we need to make sure, okay, that we have the right combination of the people, human resources, finance, okay, the money, the capital, and also the physical resources if we need actually to achieve the success, okay, guys. So the competitive edge, okay, the competitive edge actually it's about how making, okay, your company what better than others to customer. يعني the question, why people want to go to extra in the first place? This is the question. If extra, okay, succeeded in making that competitive edge, this means customer, okay, if customer wants to buy any electronic device in the first actually place, they might actually search for that product in extra, okay. So how to do that? Maybe I will try to be actually attractive to customer in terms of what? Maybe in terms of service, or in terms of quality, or in terms of price. Maybe one of them, maybe all of them, right? So if you can send quality and actually service and good price, oh, it's fantastic, right? But yeah, it's not easy to do it like that. Yes, not easy. Strategies, already we have explained the strategies that you need to have. Like what the strategies? The marketing strategies, production strategies, sales strategies. Why we have strategies? To achieve a goal. Remember the objectives. Why to have the objectives? To achieve the mission. Why to have the mission? To achieve the vision. Already explained, right? Already we talk about read this, you can read, okay. Already you explained this, the strategic plan, operational planning, and the policies, methods, but already you explained that in the table, remember, okay. طيب. Planning to operate the business. Actually the planning will help you to choose the location. Which location to choose for your business, right? It's very important. Which location is good for your business. By the way, we will talk about location, don't worry. Let's move on. Planning, operation, and physical facilities. Okay, already explained that. Source of supply for goods and materials. Yes. Also, you need to know how to get what the product. For example, now Hyperbanda selling products, right? But Hyperbanda need to get the products from whom? From suppliers, right? Right? Okay. Planning your human resource actually requirement, already we have explained human resource, financial resource, physical resource, already explained that. Actually also make sure about the legal and organization structure. This is already mentioned before, by the way. So this is what the planning can help you, okay. Do it by yourself. Location, as they say, location, location, location. This is very important factor, can lead your business to succeed or to fail. Even if you have the resources, and if your location is not good, this is bad. Now, okay, thanks to the technology, for example, because of the electronic now devices, especially application, especially like hunger station, like other food application, you can actually sell online, right? This is good. This is actually make you have a little bit more flexibility in the location, right? But suppose you have a very good location, and also you can use this application. So you have two advantages, right? Okay. So yes, location is very important. It can help you. For example, if you need to actually have some restaurant, okay, some restaurant. If you have a restaurant next to Hyperbanda, is it good or bad? Next to Tamimi or Hyperbanda, for example, Hyperbanda. Oh, very nice, right? Why? Because already Hyperbanda attract what? Traffic, right? Already people come to Hyperbanda. So maybe now I will have the chance that to attract some of the customers who come to Hyperbanda to get some food, right? Maybe they don't need, but maybe because of the promotion I make, because of the sign I have, because maybe of the food smell I can use, maybe by the samples, right? Let them taste the shawarma or let them taste some of the rice, right? Something, you know. Not only by the way food, but I'm saying example about food. Okay, what about another example? Pharmacy. Suppose your pharmacy next to Hyperbanda. Very nice. Okay. Okay, this is example about that. You know, I'm actually fasting today, so that's why I feel like there is nothing here in my throat. You know. Okay, move on. Role of financial planning is important. Already we have explained that. Also, we said it's important in understand to know what funds you need in order to to run your business. Okay, like from where you got it, you get the fund from your pocket or a help from your father or mother or sister or brother, or no, you will get a help from the bank. Okay, how can you control that financial actually fund? So a lot of questions you should actually handle by the financial planning. Okay, the profit, right? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Rahab. Appreciate the like. So the net profit, profit actually, guys, as you know, comes from what? The profit, the formula for profit is what? Revenues minus what? Expenses, right? So if the revenues, okay, can you see the mouse? Can you see the highlight? Can you see my mouse? Okay, thank you, Samara. So actually, Rahaf also, Rahman, and thank you guys. Thank you, appreciate. So if the revenues or sales is is actually greater than the total expenses or the cost, this means profit, right? But if the cost or expenses is greater than the sales, this means we have loss, and nobody wants to have loss. Everybody wants to have what? Profits. Okay. Cash flow, it's about amount of cash available actually in the company. Is it important, the cash? Yes, it's important. We pay every month what? Salaries. We need cash, right? We need also to pay what? The other expenses, right? The rent, the electricity bill, the internet bill, and such bills, right? So you need to have cash. Cash is important. If you don't enough cash is a problem, right? You need to buy some products, right? You need cash. Okay. Guys, once we talk about expenses, we have two types. We have variable expenses and we have fixed expenses. Now, variable expenses is what? It's actually the expense that change in relation to the volume. Example about that. Suppose, guys, you produce tables, wooden tables. Okay, you produce. Okay, forget the tables. You produce wooden chairs. Wooden chairs. Okay. So if you need to produce more chairs, more chairs. What you need more? You need more woods, right? So this is expense. This is variable expense. The more chairs you produce, okay, the more wood you will consume, right? This is the variable. That's the meaning. Okay, طيب. The fixed expenses don't vary with the output. Okay, sometimes there are some cost or some expenses. It's the same regardless how many chairs you actually you produce. Example about that, the bill for the internet Wi-Fi. It's the same, right? You produce one chair or 100 chair, maybe it's the same. And even sometimes, and remember now my word, sometimes I'm saying, sometimes, okay? I will not tell about exception. I'm talking now in general. The electricity bill, okay, in general, right? It's the same. Maybe also the salaries of the employees, right? Whether you produce or not, you need to give them some salary, right? Okay. Now, Dr. Ahmed, there are some options. I know there are options, but I'm not talking about option, so forget it now. Okay. Once I teach you some accounting, I will tell you about option. So keep these examples in simple matter in your mind. That's it. Okay. Equity, locating the source of the fund. How can you get the source? Okay. As I told you, you can sell the shares of the company. You know, the shares, that's home. So you can get some money, right? Capital. Or you can go to the bank, or you can go to any financial institution, or you can ask your father or your brother or your friend to give you some help. And there are something called small business administration we have actually explained before. These actually can help the small companies by giving some actually loans, small loans. Okay. This is business plan. This is about your TMA, right, guys? Okay. It's a plan prepared to serve as a tool for attracting the other components of the business formation package, including people and money. Yalla. This is what the plan should at least have. Any business plan should have what the product you sell, okay, the market you want to actually use this information for your TME, okay? What the product you want to sell? Describe the product. Is it one product or different products? Okay. What about the market you want to serve? Okay. Saudi market? Yes, Saudi market. طيب. Kingdom? It's about the kingdom Saudi Arabia or just Dammam? Is it whole Dammam or only one neighborhood in Dammam? Okay, you can tell me. Strength and weaknesses in the industry you want to enter. What about your marketing policies? What about actually your operation and production and facilities you have for the business? What about the financial actually aspects? Okay. What about the income statement, balance sheet? Expenses, revenues, expected revenues. Okay. These also help you to prepare a business plan. A well-written business plan should answer these questions. Read it, okay? Very easy. So if you have a good plan, inshallah, your plan in this case is supposed to help me to answer this question. If you can answer this question, this means you have a good plan, okay? These typical business plan, typical. You can follow this way, okay? But remember, sometimes you can find some repetition. Don't repeat, okay? يعني you can have cover sheet. Maybe you don't need this one, but if you need, you can have. Okay, but executive is important. Okay, summary, executive summary. Okay, if you need to start from here, you can. Okay, if you need to start from here, you can. يعني table of contents, then about the company, history of the company, so you can talk about backgrounds of the principals, the owners, right? You can talk actually about the history of the product. History. We are talking about only history. Okay, organization structure in the company, for example. Then you can talk about description of the business you have. Okay. Then you can talk about definition of your market. Okay. You need to follow all. I'm not saying you need to follow all, but you are supposed to follow most of them. Okay. A definition of the market already said. Description of the product, what product you sell. Okay. So what's to be developed or produced. Okay. I'm not saying you need to follow all. It depends on your product. Management structure, but management structure is important, right? Description of the product important, market important, right? Company and information about the company important. What about your objectives, right? Financial data important, right? Appendix, if you don't need to add appendix, no problem. If you have something to add. If you don't have, it's okay. This is will help you inshallah. Okay, guys, you need to be organized in the TMA. Okay, show me what headlines. If you are talking about history, tell me company history. You need to talk about business structure or business nature. Tell me business nature. Okay, products. Tell me this is the title. Products of the company. So be clear in the answers. Okay, this is what the writing actually include in the business plan. Okay, again they repeat already we have explained that. The oral presentation. If you have a presentation, actually we don't have presentation, right? Do you have a presentation? No, right? Okay, no presentation, no problem. So this is generally, you remember, guys, there was, you know what? There was a program for Saudi small businessman. It was on MBC, I think, or Rotana. Wallahi, I forgot. Some people came and actually show their idea to the some investors. So if they are interested, they will buy Shark Tank. Thank you, Ahmed. Maybe this is Shark Tank. Yeah, yeah. So if you remember that program, you can tell if you have a good plan. You can tell a nice presentation, right? Because as you know, these people may ask a question, right, about the business, about the financial resources, about the sales. If people have a good plan, they can answer smoothly, right? I have this plan, I have this sales, my goal, blah blah blah. But some guys, they don't have answers, right? So people ask them, but they say maybe blah blah, hesitate, right? So they feel like they don't have actually clear plan. So if you have a good plan, this will help you to actually interest people, right? That's it, guys, for this chapter. Any question? Okay. We will take in this case mainly. I need to take wallahi. There is no water in my throat, wallahi. I'm tired now. We need to take 3 minutes break, and inshallah after that we will complete the chapter 10. Inshallah it's very short chapter, so we can finish fast inshallah. So 3 minutes break. You can enjoy, have tea, you can enjoy, have food, but I cannot enjoy, unfortunately. So inshallah, 3 minutes and see you inshallah. Thank you, Samara. I closed chapter 10. Oh my god, I make a mistake.